Hey everybody, welcome to episode 12 of the Slightly Off podcast. My name's Chris.
My name is Will.
I'm Victoria.
Hey, we got a surprise for y'all.
Yay.
Cue that music.
I don't even remember the tune in my head.
All I can think of is Mega Man, so I'm not going to be any help. And I can't sing it because I don't want us to get flagged. Although I would sing it so poorly that they wouldn't even care.
So anyway, yay, music!
Hooray for the new intro!
So, who made that little bit for us?
We had Emily Fitch, something like that. Yeah, she does
Nice. That's a ringing endorsement.
really awesome. No, she does a lot of
it's Emily something
starts
like
with an F.
Finch, Fitch.
No,
Link
it's,
dump.
Hopefully she never listens to this. So that we don't just
Oh my
butcher her
gosh.
name immediately. Hey, thanks
you
for
know.
making that music. Don't know how to say your name.
No, it's Emily Fitch. No, she does great chiptune work though. I mean, we kind of gave her some hell on the intro, but you know.
Well, it doesn't help
all
when you
for our
have
love.
it doesn't help when you have three people who all have like varying tastes in what they want
Yeah.
to hear. Going,
Yeah.
I want this, but I want this. I think it should be longer. I think it should be shorter. You
Guys,
know?
I think we need some dubstep.
Oh God.
All the wubs.
That's exactly what this podcast needs is
Whoa.
dubstep before it.
Well, I mean, it's like the idea of the podcast: three conflicting ideas.
Oh my gosh.
And none of it's true.
It's true. We're all wrong.
But we'll put her information in the link dump so everyone can check out her other work. She's available for commission, so it's hard to find a good music person.
Yeah, it is kind of hard. I mean, or at least in
I offered
genres
my
you
musical talents.
want.
No, you didn't.
Musical talent, Chris. That's air quotes. Musical talent.
I know.
You can beatbox poorly.
Oh,
Hey guys,
God,
I
please
want to
don't.
play my nice tenor saxophone that I haven't played in a year. Let me make a show tune for us.
Blurt, squeak, 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 blurt.
Guys, I think we all need some careless whisper.
Oh God. I hope everyone enjoyed the intro, and if they didn't, they can keep that shit to themselves because it was awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, so there was some big news that happened. Maybe less than 3 weeks ago, maybe.
Around there, yeah.
What was
I don't
it?
remember the date. Yeah. I don't know, Will. What was it? I think some little company introduced
It was
something.
like Nintendo.
Nan.
It was something like
Nintendo?
that. I always forget. I mean, I only kind of like them, so I can't be bothered to remember their name or their products.
So
but
what
yeah,
was it,
was
Will?
the Nintendo Switch announcement. It wasn't really an announcement, as more of it was a presentation about a lot of the details of the console, including the release date, details about the console itself, controllers, the dock, games that are coming out for it, third-party support, a really big overview to inform everyone the details of the system. So I guess we can talk about first just like the basic outlines of the hardware. As everyone saw in the previous reveal in October of last year, we found out that the console was a hybrid between a mobile device and a home console, where you can
Switch.
slide the console. Yeah, exactly. I'm trying not to say you can switch between them because it's just so cliche.
No, Will, you have to do it with the snap. The finger snap.
At least we need at least like 20 snaps in here to make up for that conference.
Do you think Nintendo would let us use the actual snap soundbite
they
from their
probably copyrighted
presentation?
it.
Yeah.
No, we need that magician guy that they had in like the 10-second advertisements whenever he would do that.
Oh yeah. Oh man,
That
so
guy
many
was
things we
cool.
need that Nintendo won't give us.
Can we just say how bad that like announcement reveal party they had was?
I mean, there were some bad parts and there were some good parts. I wasn't
Most
a big
of it.
the thing that was
Anytime they weren't showing stuff, it was bad.
Oh my god, that's a little.
Once they started using words, like it was just, oh my gosh, cringe.
Honestly, I think the worst part of it was probably the last like 2 minutes before the final, the very end reveal, and it's just like everyone's like, all right, come on, just give us Breath of the Wild, just give it to us, and like, oh wait, but before we end, and it's just like, oh come on, just
you're like, enough,
shut
just
up and
let
throw
us
us
see
the
it.
video
Oh no,
already.
Mario has a detective show he's gonna do right now.
No one cared.
my
Everyone
gosh.
just wanted it. They just wanted Breath of the Wild, and they wouldn't give it
guys,
to us.
It's
I
these
think-
Muppet things.
I think the most cringeworthy part of that entire presentation was when that translator was fumbling with one of the presentations of one of the I think it was a third-party title.
Oh yeah,
But
it
the
was
translator
bad.
couldn't translate fast enough, and we missed half of the stuff the guy said. It was like
Yeah.
watching a train wreck in slow motion. You're like, oh god, it won't stop. It just won't end. Oh goodness.
But we survived it. We survived it.
Survived.
I think, Chris, I think what got a lot of people is that they're going back to like a lot of the gimmicky stuff. The whole HD Rumble thing. They spent
Yeah.
5 minutes talking about that. All I needed to hear was 20 seconds of, hey, we have this new HD Rumble feature. It's really cool. Here are some applications for it. We hope you enjoy it. I didn't need to have 30 seconds of the guy shaking a glass that had ice in it.
Yeah, that was a
Oh,
bit
Jurassic
overkill.
Park. Da-da-da-da.
Have you guys ever seen the video, that YouTube video that someone dubbed over a really shitty accordion playing the Jurassic Park theme
Yes.
during the dinosaurs walking?
No.
It's
I think-
hilarious.
It's so
All right, you guys got to
amazing.
send that to me.
That
after
needs
this.
to go in the link dump. And then it's... I almost peed myself laughing so hard. I couldn't believe it. It's the same kind of thing. I think the RT podcast talked about it once, the 20th Century Fox theme that some guy played on a recorder.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
it
yeah.
was
I
just
remember that
so
one. So
shitty. It's the same kind of thing.
Oh god, yes.
It's also like that one song or whatever that it was like the dad playing like the trombone or something, and the kid with the oven in the kitchen.
Oh, there you go.
It's-
Slamming the oven
yeah,
closed.
just to the beat.
You're like,
very
why
much
am I
like that.
watching this?
But it's also classic Jurassic Park, so it's
It
even
really
better.
is. Oh man, yeah, go watch that video. It's amazing. But yeah, I think I'm trying to think of like the highlights of their presentation. I think getting to see a lot of the third party support. Shut the hell up, Chris. You shut your damn mouth. Honestly, the biggest highlight for me was just like seeing the release date, seeing the price point, actually seeing some demos of the games that are coming out for it. And then all I really cared about after that was the Legend of Zelda trailer at the end of it, which was fucking amazing. Mm-hmm. I've probably watched that trailer like 24 times. Like, it just gives me chills every time I watch it. I don't know. What did you guys think of
I was
it?
upset about the presentation. Well, the presentation itself. I was upset they didn't release more specs on the Switch. Like, it was like, oh, like, yeah, this is like the screen and this is the battery life. They finally gave us the battery life, which is, about what you said, Will.
Yeah, I mean,
But I was just like, I
Well,
want more like
they-
core information.
I
They
agree.
released some information later on.
Yes, they did. But
I thought it was mentioned like
several
if
weeks
you,
later, though.
It was. But I was expecting something like that to come out during their presentation.
now they got to worry about them games and them snapping.
Snapping. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but overall, the presentation didn't give us too much that we didn't already know.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
again that they really focused on all the gimmicky stuff.
This is what you can do.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then 1-2 Switch, which like, I get it. It's a game that shows off the capabilities of the Joy-Cons. It's $50. I'm not paying
What?
$50 for 1-2 Switch. It's not even bundled with the system.
That's ridiculous.
Oh my god, I am not buying that. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait a few weeks until everyone who buys it returns it because they're so sick of it, and the game is so unpopular that the price drops, and then I'll pick it up for like $20.
Yeah, I mean that's
Dunzo.
the 1-2 Switch is like Wii Sports.
That's exactly what
Not
it is.
fun.
The best
Wii
part.
Sports was actually fun.
Yeah,
I
I was
mean,
gonna say, I think Wii Sports was better than 1-2 Switch.
I mean, come on, you can't deny the the Western Showdown thing. Looks
Oh yeah,
pretty
the
fun.
gun thing.
Oh yeah,
It does
that
actually look
looked
pretty. I mean,
cool, but-
it does look. I don't know. I think I'm giving the game a hard time because they didn't even release all of the games that come with it, or the the little mini games that are played in it. But I don't know, just $50 for that game is ridiculous. I don't understand why you wouldn't just bundle that with the system.
I mean, considering also how weak their launch is going to be as well, because all there is big title wise is Breath of the Wild. That's it.
Yeah, that's the only big launch game, but I think they've announced I think they have a total of 10 now. Let's see.
Yeah, they have something like that. It's like something like
I think
6
a
at
few of them
launch
are-
and then like 4 the next week or something like that.
But aren't like
Yeah.
it's like Skylanders, Just Dance, Super Bomberman, things like that. It's games that we've already had.
Yeah, it's nothing big. And I actually read in a recent interview they had, Nintendo announced that the reason they were doing that is because they wanted I don't want to call it a slow trickle because I feel like that has a bad connotation, but they wanted games to like slowly come out throughout the year so that people constantly had stuff they could play. So they could have Zelda come out and then everyone could play that, and then when they were done playing that, like by the time they were done, another game would be coming out and then they could pick that one up. So I think that's what they were thinking, was that they could kind of stagger their releases and then people would have stuff to play all year. Mm-hmm. But
Okay, so here's the launch titles. 1-2 Switch, The Binding of Isaac After
I never
Birth,
played that game.
Human Resource Machine, I Am
Solid.
Setsuna,
Setsuna.
Setsuna, okay. Just Dance 2017, Breath of the Wild, Little Inferno, Skylanders, Imaginators, Super Bomber R, and World of Goo. And then there's 2 other games that are coming out later in March. Has Been Heroes and Snipper Clips Cut It Out Together.
Oh, okay.
That game actually looks kind of fun.
Yeah.
Snipper
The
Clippers
name
looks
is
really
just
fun.
ridiculous, though.
Yeah. And then I mean really the next big game is in April 28th is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And then there's Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, which it doesn't have a date there.
Man, I have a hard time trying to like wrap my mind around buying Mario Kart 8 again because I already bought it and I have all the DLC for the Wii U.
But now you can play it on the go.
I know.
Even during the thing, like most of these games they announce aren't coming out until late 2017 or
Between summer and the
2018.
holidays.
You know what I also
'cause a
found
lot of
out?
these
I
are
found
just
out
this-
that Skyrim that's coming out for the Nintendo Switch isn't the
Yeah.
Isn't the
no, it's
remastered
not the
edition?
legend.
No,
not
it's
the
not.
yeah,
It's the
better
old
one.
IP.
It's the old one. Why would you
Yeah.
do that?
Which is ridiculous, but it makes me wonder if maybe the Nintendo or the Switch just can't support it or what. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wondering if it's just if it was easier for Bethesda to port the older edition rather than
and they might introduce like update packs with it included.
maybe.
I would hope so. Or
But, I mean, they
hopefully they don't charge them.
They didn't do that
'Cause
for
that's
the
just
old
awful.
games, like the old Skyrim. Like you had to buy it separate, except for PC, only because that's basically how PC works.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. It's just
we'll see what happens.
it's one of those things where you have a commercial for the Nintendo Switch featuring Skyrim in like half of it, and then you're like, oh, BT Dubs, that's coming out Q3,
This is OG.
Q4 of 2017.
I mean, let's be honest though, it's not going to make a real difference unless you can add mods to Skyrim.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Got to add those texture mods.
I just started doing that again recently on PC, and oh my god, it makes the world of difference. Just from the base
does.
game to amping everything up and all the overhauls. It makes everything so much better.
That's the only reason I got it for PC was just so I could
just so you can
put
mod
some
it.
play mods. Yeah.
And now they
Why
have
not?
that for consoles.
Yep.
Oh my
Which
gosh, we're
I
going to go
haven't
back to our
touched yet.
mod discussion about consoles and how none of us ever use them.
I mean,
Yeah, because it takes away the goddamn achievements.
it does for PC as well.
Yeah.
That's
Although
true.
there's also a PC mod where
But I
you
don't
can
care
enable
about- I don't
achievements.
care about-
So
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about PC achievements.
also by this point, how old is Skyrim? How many of us don't
Came
have
out
like
pretty old.
2011.
Yeah, 2011. How many of us don't
Yeah.
have like over half the achievements at this point? And the other half we don't have is just because I haven't done that quest all the way in the corner.
Yeah.
For
I
me,
couldn't
it's mostly
bring my-
because like you're supposed to collect all the Daedric item or weapons or something like that, and I can't because you have to have a bad moral choice to get one of the weapons, and I didn't realize that until like hours and hours later. Like, I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be a complete jerk and kill this dude to get that.
Yeah, I
weapon.
couldn't bring myself to do the whole Dark Brotherhood quest line because it's like, I was like, oh, but I want to have a good alignment. I don't want to be a bad guy.
See, like, I ended up starting like a new character on the consoles to do it, and then like
Just
just,
like,
at
this
that
is my
point, that's
asshole
when
character.
yeah, and just at that point, the Xbox One came out, and I stopped playing.
Like, I don't need this 360 anymore. Chuck it out a window.
Yeah, chuck it out. Oh wait, got to keep it for NCAA football.
Oh no.
I don't know what it is about Skyrim. Most of the time I'll play like the moral high ground and it's like, go Paragon route. But when it comes to Skyrim, I just love being a dick in that game. Like, just anyone talks to you, and then you have like the intimidate
So,
option.
Real life Victoria.
Sure, why not?
Could you imagine what Victoria would be like if she could do dragon shouts? Like, if she could just fuss Ruda you into next week?
Every party, she would just be.
Forget when I get drunk.
Oh, God.
You haven't seen Victoria.
I'll try to fuse Rodon myself to soft land after jumping off of a roof.
That's going to go over real well.
You gonna tell me you wouldn't want to try that?
She would
I
just
mean,
fly
yeah.
back into the
Yeah,
air.
I would definitely want to try
Probably
that.
would. Or, like, do
Man,
it
I wanna
over
try
a
that.
pool or something to see how it affects water.
When you guys were kids, did you ever think about, like, wanting to jump off the roof with an umbrella? Thinking that you would just, like, float down to the ground?
Yes, and I did it once
No.
off of a car.
And
How'd
you're
that work
like,
out for
oh,
you?
this does
Poorly.
not work.
Okay.
Poorly. I also jumped off of a second-story porch onto a trampoline. Did not die, obviously.
Only tragically scarred for the rest
Crowning
of your life.
achievements
Actually,
for
no.
jumping off the
Luckily,
roof.
luckily, I didn't get hurt.
Did not
and then,
die.
like, my mom came and yelled at us.
Is that going to be on your tombstone?
Hashtag didn't die.
It didn't die.
Did it for the achievement.
Oh my gosh! I wonder how. When is what year do you think is going to be when the first tombstone that has a hashtag on it is going to be?
Probably the next
mean, I'm
couple
pretty sure
years,
there's-
if there isn't one already.
I'm pretty sure there's already one now. There's no way there isn't a tombstone with a hashtag.
How long
on it.
until the next tombstone, or until a tombstone that says hashtag YOLO?
Oh my god! I would hate that so much.
Probably about 15 minutes from now.
But to be fair, that's actually a very accurate hashtag for a tombstone. Yeah, he only lived once.
Correct.
That is very accurate.
You, sir, are correct even in death.
I want my tombstone to say hashtag wrecked, like REKT
With a
wrecked.
K.
in in real life.
IRL. There you go. Hashtag wrecked IRL.
ASL.
Oh god.
You might get some creepers on that one that actually leave notes.
Ew.
I guess by the
weirdos
time
leaving that
Will's
stuff on my
dead-
tombstone.
Yeah, by the time Will's dead and ASL is not going to be a thing that
No, it's
people
not.
know
It's
about.
it's already dying out. Only 90
I know
kids
people
know
are
about
still,
it.
"Eh?" Yeah,
Oh
only
my
true
gosh.
90s kids know about it, yeah.
So, not to take another tangent, but I know we were talking about this earlier. Speaking of Wrecked, what was the show, Chris, you were talking about that's going to have like a gamer-themed episode?
Elementary. With the title called Wrecked in Real Life.
Oh my gosh. I just ruined my Tombstone idea.
You're welcome.
So, I don't know. What do you guys think of this whole, trying to get gamers into certain media by having episodes tailored to them?
I mean, it's a smart move based on, the producers. Because now it's like how movies are taking the route of, video games, anime, and, comic books and all that stuff. It's just what's next. People are realizing, oh shit, this is popular. We might as well make content on it.
Yeah, I guess
Just don't do it poorly.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
what I was
Well,
gonna say.
unfortunately,
let's
we
go
haven't.
take a look at CSI.
Unfortunately, we haven't gotten past that yet. Everything's still very, very poor.
Yeah, because I feel like when you look at those episodes, they take like the most popular ideas or the most like cliche ideas and put them over the edge to the point where they're almost shooting themselves in the foot. They're like they make it so ridiculous and cliche that you just don't even.
In this life.
Oh my gosh! Exactly. Like looks like this kid's game over. And you're like, oh my god, stop! Just stop. Or what would be another?
He should have put the controller down.
Looks like this Twitch streamer's offline.
Line. Maybe he should have leveled up.
Oh god, these are so bad.
Yeah, but no, that's what those are the dumb lines they use.
Puts on sunglasses.
Yeah.
It's funny because Watch Dogs actually made fun of that in their new game.
Oh, I haven't played Watch Dogs 2. How was that?
It's pretty good. I'm still working through it, but it's like Watch Dogs 1. There's so many just real life references and jokes in it. But when you actually realize what they're from, it's like, oh, that's actually kind of bad.
Whoops.
It's bad stuff that's happened. And yeah, they're making jokes of it. They're making light of it. So it's not terrible. But once you actually go and look up what it's in reference to, you feel kind of bad for laughing at it.
I feel like that's how a majority of the things I laugh at are. You're like, oh, that's really funny. Oh, maybe I shouldn't be laughing at that, but it's just so funny.
Yeah, but I will say it is great how the game itself. There's one, not non-spoiler. There's one mission where there's this hacker movie, and they use all the cheesy lines, and then the hacker's dead sick. They go after him, and they just they're like, why do you think we sound like that? If you want to know what a hacker sounds like, just look at us. Look at
Just
DedSec. Yeah, basically.
Oh man, I don't know.
Well, I mean, in general, gamers get a bad negative connotation, and sometimes I feel like the pop culture in general still gives us those bad connotations, and even in the media, it's never like, oh, look at all what these kids did for charity. It's always like some dumbass kid was sitting on a computer for 24 hours straight, forgot to get water, idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily,
It's
it does
really
seem
bad.
to be going away from that, though, because that was real big, early 2000. It's like, oh, video games are bad for you, et cetera, et cetera. Now there are actual
blaming-
companies that, research how to help disabled kids. There's the Abled Gamer Society. They actually use video games and that technology to help kids with disabilities to function and learn for everyday life abilities.
Yeah, I think it's nice to see headlines moving from blaming every single shooting on video games and violence on video games to, now great achievements from the gaming industry, especially since the gaming industry has now surpassed the movie industry in terms of revenue.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I still feel like gaming still has this stigma associated with it. Not as bad as before, but I feel like it's still kind of there. Every year there's the Awesome Games Done Quick and Summer Games Done Quick event where they raise money for like Doctors Without Borders or the Prevent Cancer Foundation, and they raise like $1 million each time, and you never hear about it.
Yeah. Unless you're in that community, it's especially when it's gaming related, you're not going to know about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I do think it's gotten a lot better though.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, and I think that's just because there's more gamers out there, and I think they're slowly pushing out the good word instead of, oh, kid sat down for hours playing games, forgot to do homework, now he has bad grade and failed school.
I like Chris's media voice. Chris's dumb media voice. Oh, kid forgot to eat food and now he's dead because you were playing video games.
Very close to his internet voice.
Bad.
Slight
I love Chris's internet voice. Oh man. So
hey, why all these kids time playing video games?
Sounds like Sylvester Stallone.
Oh my gosh. That's so good. So not to make this too abrupt a change, but I was reading another article about Breath of the Wild, and they were interviewing Eiji Aonuma about the gameplay, and they asked him how long it would take someone to 100% the game. And he said that he doesn't think anyone will be able to 100% the game. And
oh, wow.
I'm just wondering, what does that mean?
Challenge accepted.
I know. As soon as he said that, I was like, that guy just planted like hundreds of people's asses in their couch for the next like 2 weeks after that game comes out to 100%.
Hey, that's good marketing.
Yeah, maybe that's why he said it.
I don't know. It's weird to think about. Like how, like what could you possibly do to that game to make it unbeatable? If there's like things you can collect, or having to go through the entire map, or.
To be fair, didn't they say the same thing about No Man's Sky? And I mean, I guess technically it turned out to be true. I'm pretty sure no one has finished it because no one's playing it.
Yeah, but no one wants to do that.
Or my favorite is when you'll never meet anybody, and somebody within the first hour of the game releasing ended up like finding somebody.
They found him, but they didn't.
They found him. But
they found. Yeah, we're in the same place, but I can't see you.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're right. It could be a marketing thing, but it was almost kind of heartening to hear. You're like, all right, this is going to be a very vast game that I can actually, put a lot of time into, as opposed to like Skyward Sword, where you beat it once and you're like, okay, I'm done. That was like 24, 30 hours. So.
Oh God, I just came across an article. I'm just going to tell you guys the title.
Yes,
for a Metal Gear porn parody, these special effects are okay.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
Okay, Victoria, I was going to ask you first, where did you find this article?
Kotaku.
Oh, okay.
But like, it's how we were talking about different like publishing companies like branching out and going into video games. The porn industry is doing it too.
I can see like Kojima just sitting there like, what do we need next? I know. How about a porn parody of Metal Gear?
And there are GIFs in the article. The graphics actually aren't that bad. Like, they could have been used in an early release of the game.
I don't understand. How is it? It has graphics?
Like special effects and things like that. It's all live action, but there are special effects.
Oh my gosh.
Or
wait.
Or look at Overwatch.
Metal Gear Solid: The Phantom Peen.
Oh god.
Title.
Oh man.
Oh, there's a trailer. I'm not watching that.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. Yeah, we can hear
Can
Victoria's
we
live
not
reaction.
Have that linked up. Let's not link that up.
Like Victoria's
I can link the Kotaku.
Oh god.
Report.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Click
yeah,
at your
Chris,
own
like you were
risk.
saying, there was the whole Overwatch porn parodies that were like getting stupid numbers of views. Where you were like,
it got wasn't it on Pornhub like the number 11 or 10th most searched term on there.
At one point, yeah, it was.
People got problems.
Yeah. They have real problems.
All those fanboys.
What? Yep. Hey, some people got to make money somehow.
Gosh. Who's sitting there like, you know what Overwatch needs? A porn parody.
Porn. Moneymakers, obviously.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, obviously, it worked.
Will, that's why you're not in the porn industry.
Because I don't think big like that. I don't look at Overwatch and
you don't think big picture.
Yeah.
What is
I can make this big.
Porn everywhere.
Oh, gosh. What's that rule 34? If it exists, there's porn of it. Gosh.
Look at
I'm just not thinking big enough.
Hey.
Oh, come on. I like slow pitched that one for you.
I think we're gonna have to
Let's just take a step back for a second.
yeah. Let's just move straight away from these topics.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
We're gonna have to move our rating up.
I got a good one. There's this GIF that I saw a while ago. It was Skyrim riddled with glitches. Apparently there was one where, the beginning scene, like you're in Helgen and like the guy goes to the chopping block and he gets his head cut off.
Yeah.
Oh.
Apparently he just pops back up without a head, takes out his axe and just runs away.
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
That's
Quite
amazing.
hilarious. He just gets up. I'm assuming he goes and like attacks the dragon or something like that.
Was it like in the middle of the cutscene?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, wasn't? I thought
Or was it like during where you're able to control the player?
Actually, I don't remember. But I just know like the second they chopped his head off, that's when he just like gets up and then starts moving around and pulls out his weapon.
If I was playing that game, I would probably be really freaked out. I would like be looking around like, what is happening right now? Like I would expect someone to like, jump into the room and scare me or something.
Yeah.
That freaks me out.
It looks like it was just during the cutscene because like I'm looking at the video right now and the person just like turns to the right and they can't turn anymore. So no one else is fazed by it. The guy just gets up, runs away, and everyone else just like, all right, next.
He's like,
we've seen this before.
You're sitting there like, are you guys seeing this? And they're like, that's normal. Don't worry about it.
Typical Tuesday.
Isn't that funny how, you can have specific instances with people where there's a glitch in their game in a place where no one else has ever seen it?
Yeah.
Because one time I was playing BioShock Infinite, and it's the part where it's near the beginning, and it's the part where you are escaping the songbird for the first time, and you fall out of the tower and you catch one of the sky rails. So my character started falling, Booker started falling, and there was some kind of glitch between the cutscene and the gameplay, and Booker just fell straight through the world and started falling down like past, I guess, like some death box or whatever, like wherever the level would have stopped loading. Mm-hmm. And my character just fell out of the world for about 10 minutes before I had to reset the game. I was looking up and I could see, all of the, the rendered parts of the world and stuff. And I was just like, I don't think this is how it's supposed to happen. And it was the first time I ever played it. So I was like, is this what it's supposed to happen?
Welcome to BioShock Infinite, and now you're in the original game.
you're in the infinite part of BioShock Infinite, where you fall forever.
That's too early. That's not.
Welcome to the rapture. We're not built yet. Oh God! Come back later.
It's like, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here yet.
You still have a couple years to go.
Spoilers.
Oh man.
I love game fails like that. Like there's game fails like where you intentionally fail, or not intentionally, but it's a player error. And then there's the game error Like the
which are way more enjoyable.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like the map doesn't load, or the a character just gets up and walks away, or
a car becomes a hungry hippo.
What?
Oh, you haven't seen that? I don't. I think it was from GTA 5.
I was going to say, that was
Well,
a
like
very
this-
specific
or like
example.
Yeah.
or four, where like this car just like glitches through the map, and then it just starts like like it has hydraulics on and just starts like going towards people.
Man, I have a very vivid picture in my head of what that would look like. That's awesome. That'd be a cool mod to have. Hungry hippo car.
I had
I'd play
one
that
recently myself. Like I actually saw it. It was in Final Fantasy 15, and it was just like I came out of a cutscene, and it was one of those where it's just like one of my companions, I think it was Prompto, like was just he had kind of disappeared, and the next thing I know, he's just like rapidly sliding towards me. And
That's
it's just
awesome.
explaining it, it's not that funny, but I'll have to see if I actually have a video of it, because it was just hilarious to watch. Like, you just suddenly, like, yes, I'm here now.
It's like Mr. Steal Your Girl just sliding in.
Yeah.
I've always loved like sports games because of like the collision that they have between like players in the game.
Oh, yes.
And like just how derpy they become. Like I remember, I think it was somebody playing last year's Madden, where like these two players collided, and one just went straight to the moon.
Just like,
And then like the next play he lands.
oh my gosh. Just like a severe.
It was either the next play or like a few minutes or like a few seconds later after that happened. He just lands on the ground and starts tumbling.
Oh my gosh. It's like severe error in player collision.
Yeah.
We had something like that happen during Extra Life when we were playing, what's that game where you're like the little people and you're fighting each other? Gang Beasts.
Yes.
Like, I don't know what happened. It was just two of us fighting, and then someone, like, killed the other one. They, like, knocked him off or something, and actually, I don't even know if they did that, but it just went, the character went flying towards the camera, broke the view, so it's super zoomed out, and it's just, like, the character's all stretched out and blocky, and it's like, all right, player 3 won.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
actually
Is
it's
that
actually in the highlight video that we just put out, so it's in the part 1 highlight, like towards the middle.
Love those highlight videos.
Yes, there was lots of fun in those. I think my favorite
Oh
was
my
the
gosh.
4th, because a lot went down.
Oh yeah. The blood dump.
Yeah. Still, my favorite was the picture that we tweeted out.
Which one was that? Oh yeah, the one of like the axe and all the blood.
The axe and the washed away blood, and then the hashtag for the kids. And then I
Oh,
think it was
God.
Kwong who did hashtag what kids? It's gonna be the best joke forever.
I feel like that's something that belongs on our RT Florida banner, but I feel like it sends the wrong message.
Hashtag what kids?
What kids?
Oh, you mean the one in Ricky's basement?
Oh God.
Yeah.
thought it was Ricky who was in
well,
Chris's
that's
basement.
something else.
No. Well,
No.
no, that's a recurring Chris fantasy.
Don't deny it.
No comment. No
Don't
comment.
deny it. Embrace it, Chris. We all know you're
We're
feeling it.
Floridians. We don't have basements anyway.
That's true.
Chris's
flooded.
guest bedroom.
Pass.
Oh, whatever.
So anyway, what other video game news is there?
So For Honor's coming out soon.
Excellent.
Right before this podcast comes out, a open beta will be available on, or would have been available. And at the time of this recording, we can totally go preload it on our Xboxes or PCs or PS4s, whatever we'd like.
Woo.
I played. So I got into the closed beta, and I'm not a big fan of it.
Which character did you play as?
I played as a Viking.
Okay. What were you dissatisfied with?
I don't like how there's friendly fire in it. Even though I guess that's more realistic.
You're just used to being able to swing a weapon and have it only touch your enemies.
Yeah, I may or may not have killed a few of my teammates
boy.
accidentally. Because I was getting mad at them, so I started swinging at them, and the next thing I know, they're on the ground. I'm like,
oh, crap.
Wasn't me.
Chris just got booted from the game
Banned.
for team kills. Ooh, that's another good... that's another good cliche for crime shows.
Tombstone?
Looks like he just got booted from the game.
Oh.
Game.
I was gonna say for
boo.
I was gonna say for
Exactly.
the tombstone hashtag booted for team kill.
Oh, that would be...
It would have to be very specific though. You would have had to like kill a friend or a family member or something.
That's horrible.
Oh, that is horrible.
Yeah, but it would be perfect.
I mean, yeah, it
That'd
would
be
perfect.
funny, huh?
See, like we were saying, how we laugh at all the wrong reasons.
Yeah. I mean, that's why we all laugh like when we see, fail videos and you see somebody fall off a building and break their leg. You're like, oh, what an idiot.
Because we're all terrible people.
Yeah.
I totally didn't do that ever, so I'm gonna laugh at this and laugh at the misfortunes of this idiot.
Wink.
Oh, goodness.
But no, but back to For Honor.
Yeah.
I didn't like it for that point. Like, I like the idea of so there's seasons, and so what the whole idea of it is that you pick a faction, and then you play. You can either play as that faction, or you can do games and if your friend is a samurai, you can also play your Viking and play on the same team. But you accumulate points, and you pretty much fight for control of land. And after seasons or however they want to do it end, then you can use those points during the season you can use those points to claim land. And then as soon as the season ends, whoever claims that land, they'll update the multiplayer match to be whoever won that land area.
That's really confusing.
Yeah. You just have to get in there and play.
Yeah, for sure.
And the story is really kind of interesting. But I'm not sure how they're going to incorporate it in a... Pretty sure it's only multiplayer game.
So...
But I wasn't, I'm not a big... I was going to pre-order it, and then, I played the beta. I'm I'm glad I didn't pre-order this. I mean, it's definitely, for me, it's probably going to end up being, rent, play for a few days, and then return it.
Yeah.
Just
So-
red box that shit.
That's my review.
I recently
Official review.
I watched a video from Man at Arms Reforged. They're a YouTube channel that has videos of them making weapons from video games and anime and other TV shows. And the most recent build they did was actually sponsored by For Honor, and they made one of the Japanese Nodachi swords, and they forged the whole thing and made all the fittings by hand and stuff. And it was actually really awesome to see that, and kind of see the gameplay and see the samurai, and then see the in-game modeled sword, and then have them make something that looked exactly like that using traditional techniques. And I'd recommend if you're a fan of video games and anime to check out their channel, because they make a lot of the weapons from people's favorite games and shows. They made they made some stuff from Assassin's Creed. They made some swords from games like Sword Art Online and Fate Stay Night, and they've made what else? They made some stuff from League of Legends, and I don't know, a lot of really cool stuff. And their videos are very encompassing throughout the whole process. And it's really awesome. I would highly recommend it. So I would just YouTube Man at Arms Reforged. I'd highly recommend it,
Cool.
especially for you, Chris.
Oh, so it looks like For Honor is going to actually have a full-fledged single-player campaign.
Okay,
Oh,
so
thank
it's not gonna
goodness.
Be like Titanfall.
Yeah, so
or
I guess,
Star Wars Battlefront.
yeah.
I'll definitely play it for a little bit. See how that single player is.
I'd be down.
Also, what is it? Ghost Recon Wildlands? Mm-hmm. Is that the name
Yeah,
of it?
I believe so.
I think so.
Yeah, Ghost Recon Wildlands. So that just had a beta or alpha, I guess. not sure when that game comes out. Let's see. I'll look it up while I talk about this. Also didn't like it.
Really?
Chris hating on all the new
Yeah.
betas.
I'm hating on all the games.
You're
but
a picky guy,
I think
Chris.
it's just because
He is.
I guess it's just because it's a I am. Because it's the alpha, so a lot of things were like kind of glitchy for me, or like I'd be flying a drone, and all of a sudden my drone would like stop droning around.
Stop droning around. Couldn't think of the word fly.
Fly. Yeah, I know. I just want to do droning around.
Drones drone. Don't you know that?
Drones.
That is a technical term.
Drone.
Why do you think they call it that?
I just like to think
Yeah,
that's
duh.
the noise they make as they fly. Just drone.
Oh, gosh.
Like a Pokemon.
That's how it communicates with people.
Yeah. Drone.
Chris, you're going to get sued by Nintendo for revealing their newest Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
Dronemon.
Dronemon. No, like I mean droning around and uh-oh. So I'm having a storm here right now, so may or may not lose power any second.
We'll know when we lose Chris that his house was struck by lightning and
lightning.
everything he owns is fried.
Yeah, everything just flickered. Or it's the Ubisoft gods raining down upon me for talking bad about their games.
Man, I'm not going to lie to you. I hope that happens so that like Chris just cuts out and Victoria and I are like, well, thank you all for joining us on this episode of the Slightly Off Podcast. We're going to go check
Sponsored by For Honor and Ghost Recon Wildland.
buy it or you'll be struck down by lightning.
So like I'd be flying and all of a sudden it cuts out and like it switched back to my character, and then like because you have to use the R trigger to like fly or to rise up. So rise up. Anyway, like
Ascend.
it just starts ascend. It just starts firing. Like I'm standing next to these people, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, a person's here," and I just get blit to hell.
Chris is the worst hider ever.
That's just how it's supposed to work. Don't you know that?
It's like there's no delay. It's immediately like drone cuts out, switch to character. If you're pressing that right trigger, you're firing.
That's awesome.
And like the AI is really derpy in the game. At least your AI, because you'll be like setting up shots and be like, okay, just fire at that person. Fire. Okay, oh, thank God you killed him. And it's like, oh well, his friend was right next to him. So great job. You alerted the entire village.
Way to be.
All right, just go sit in the corner.
Oh man.
You get that grass.
Just go prone and I'll come back later.
I'll do everything. Don't worry.
Were you able to leave feedback for it? I mean, if it's in alpha, I would imagine that they would want to hear people's experiences.
Yeah.
No, I haven't shot them an email yet. I was gonna wait for their beta before I'm like, all right, this is
Chris, that's not how
This
alphas
isn't good.
work. They need to know your opinion now so they can fix it for the beta.
Nah.
be
Yeah.
I was going to wait till the game comes out and then I'll complain about it.
I'm yeah. Well, I mean, duh. That's the
He'll
only
use
way to
his
do it.
internet voice.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Hey, why am I droning around?
That was amazing. I'm gonna like anytime I read anything on the internet now, that's just what I'm gonna hear in my voice.
Sylvester Stallone is Chris.
Exactly. Chris's poor interpretation of Sylvester Stallone.
I was going for more of that weird creature dude in the Phantom Menace.
Which one?
So Boba.
Oh, Sebulba from
Yeah,
Tatooine?
the Phantom Menace. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, for some reason, my mind went Phantom of the Opera. I was like, what?
You know, Victoria, the aliens from Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, I got so confused.
They race rocket ships.
Yeah, they raced rocket ships. They tried to sell Anakin's mother into slavery.
Hey, they succeeded in doing that.
Hey.
Man, I would have loved to see Phantom of the Opera with lightsabers.
I mean,
I'd pay money
hey.
to see that. New
I'm pretty sure anybody would pay.
new fan fiction.
Throw like Star Wars into some other thing, and that's how profit happens.
Legend of Zelda, Star Wars.
Their war is profit.
Just replace the swords with lightsabers and you're gold.
That would be awesome.
I'm pretty sure there's a mod for that. Just like in Skyrim.
Always.
And Fallout 4.
Pretty much every game that you can mod the shit out of it.
Man, do you remember when mods were just like ridiculous things, like old Halo 2 mods or Halo 1 mods? Like flying warthogs and
Oh yeah,
the shotgun that shot sniper rifle bullets, or the sniper rifle that shot
the good old days
Yeah,
that nobody misses.
Even before that, cheat codes.
Oh yes.
No, like nothing has cheat codes anymore. It's weird. It just like died off of the face of the earth.
I miss cheat codes. Maybe it's just because I don't know. I feel like cheat codes were harder to come by back then because, you know, you couldn't really go online back in the day to find those cheat codes, and then, so you either had to buy a book or like somebody had to know it. But now it's like as soon as somebody figured out the cheat code, it'd be on the front page of Reddit, and then boom, everyone knows it.
Up, up, down, triangle, left, right.
There you go. Use the Konami code.
I think the last game that I remember playing that included cheat codes was GTA 4.
Oh yeah, cheat codes where you could like get more money,
call in like helicopters, and
honestly, GTA was the best game for cheat codes because it's just the cars. My favorite was always give citizens guns, make citizens angry or aggressive or whatever it was, and then just stand on a roof and let chaos ensue.
No more NPCs; they're all dead.
It was just a fight to the death. That and Bunny Hop. Let's not forget Bunny Hop.
Ooh, there you go. Or the old Tony Hawk Pro Skater cheat codes, where you could like decrease the gravity, or perfect grind, all that stuff.
Yeah,
I'm sure now with like achievements, they don't want people doing that.
That's true.
Achievements ruin everything.
Damn you, achievements! I could just do the same thing.
Well, I mean, yeah, in GTA 4, like if you use like cheat codes, you couldn't get achievements.
Bummer.
Like it disabled them immediately.
I mean,
that's probably for the best. Chris, do you remember the Konami code?
No.
Victoria?
What is it? Left, up, down, down, BB.
Nope.
A. All right. Well, GG guys.
GG. See you later.
Yeah,
Victoria, do you remember it?
It was something like that. I know it started with up, up, down, down. Left.
Up, down, down. Left, right, left, right. BA
left,
start.
right. Close. So close.
So close. Yeah. Up, down, down. Left, right. BA start, I think is what it was. I feel like that needs to be in every Konami game that ever comes out from now until forever.
And it should just be like a musical tone or something like that.
Yeah, like do-do-do.
Something silly.
Or it's just like it's a deterrent, like it like depletes all your ammo and puts you down to like 1 health, and you're like, oh, what the hell? Like that's what you get for trying to cheat. Oh man,
cheaters never prosper.
That's right. I've seen stuff like that for people who pirate games. There are certain games where if you pirate it, it will like lock up your game midway through, or it'll like change some of the text in one of the cutscenes, or like it'll basically mess with you.
Well, that's just if you have a bad crack. You're not downloading right if you're getting that stuff happening.
I know, it's just funny to think about.
Those are bad hackers.
Subpar hackers.
Bad hackers. Bad boys. You think about what you did.
No treat for you.
That's what you get for stealing. Remember that, kids.
Stealing's bad, okay?
Stealing's bad, okay?
Okay, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, so I was excited to find out. I've mentioned it before, how Final Fantasy 15, the developers have been working on the last chapter, like making it better, because apparently 10 years wasn't enough time to develop the game.
Nah, they need at least another 10 more.
Oh, no spoilers. I'm still playing
Really?
that
No, there's no
really
spoilers,
polish it.
but
Okay.
they're working on an update to kind of redo the last couple hours, which is basically just chapter 13. And we finally have a date for that. It comes out March 28th, along with the Gladio episode DLC. So
Cool.
yay. And they're doing a whole bunch of other
Will.
fixes, like the end of February. But I'm excited because I want to see. It's like I said before, the ending. It's good, but it's lacking. So I'm excited to see how they change it and add to it and whatnot.
Nice.
Hey,
I'll find
hey,
out.
Will.
Yo, what's up,
Hey, Will.
Chris? What's up?
March 28th.
Spoilers. There's going to be a sequel.
What?
No. How could you do that? No, I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. Don't tell me what it's called, all right? I want to be surprised.
Breath of the Wild.
Final Fantasy 16 Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
It's just a straight port, but instead of Link,
They
it's
just change all the characters.
instead of Link, it's Cloud
Yeah.
or Noctis.
No, instead of Link, it's Mink.
There you go.
He has brown hair instead of blonde.
He has brown hair, and his tunic is red
Yeah.
instead of green. Oh my gosh.
All right, folks. Let's go ahead and wrap this one up. I got a storm on the way. We're almost at that time.
Man,
Uh,
here I was thinking we were going to be able
so-
to last long enough till Chris got struck by lightning.
yeah, no. The Ubisoft gods will not get me
We were all
now.
hoping, but
Well,
we didn't hope hard enough.
maybe. Yeah.
Although I feel bad.
so-
I wouldn't wish that upon anyone after that happened to Jake.
Oh God, he had to replace so much.
Yeah, I had to replace. Well, I got struck by lightning earlier last year. I had to replace my Xbox.
Yeah, but no
Oh,
one
I remember
cares.
that.
I care.
Yeah, we
And my
care that
router.
it happened to Jake, but not you.
Okay. Well, I hate you guys too. Anyway.
Hard
So, hey, the next time that we'll be back, For Honor will be out. Ghost Recon Wildlands will be out. I'll be able to give more of my awful review of them. I'll be playing the heck out of Halo Wars 2. We'll never see you again because you'll be in a Nintendo Switch coma.
Yep, that's accurate.
When is that? That's March 3rd?
Yeah.
March 3rd.
All right, so I guess we won't do our podcast until the 14th.
That's for the best.
Absolute last.
You guys won't
minute.
hear from me for the first week that thing's
Yeah.
out.
Any other big games come out?
Not that I can
No,
think of.
there's
Go watch.
end of February is Horizon Zero Dawn.
Ooh, yes, that
Hey.
that looks like a good game.
Yeah,
Yeah, that should be
got
fun.
that pre-order ready to pick that up whenever it comes out. I think it's like the 28th or something.
Oh, so we'll have a nice, fantastic March podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah, nice.
I'm
some
gonna
good game
I'm
reviews.
basically gonna be playing that until March 21st when Andromeda comes out,
Oh snap!
and then give me about a week and I'll finish that game.
Victoria is gonna be in Andromeda coma.
I know. I'm gonna be upset because I go on vacation and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to beat Mass Effect before I hit vacation.
Oh, don't worry, I'll be sure to spoil everything for you.
Don't. You'll die.
You say
Spoiler,
that,
guys.
but who are you gonna get to third man this podcast?
The EA gods.
Oh, by the way, spoiler: Link's probably save Zelda. Just saying.
Ooh.
I know,
the
right?
game.
I know, right? No one's gonna want to play it now. Seriously,
All right,
though.
Yeah, so let's see. Walking Dead: A New Frontier comes out. And that's pretty much the only notable things that we haven't mentioned about.
Wow, this New Year sucks
Wait,
for video
right?
games.
That sucks
it
right
doesn't.
now. Well, I mean, not
For Honor,
really.
Halo Wars 2, Sniper. Oh, we forgot Sniper Elite 4. Horizon Zero Dawn, Walking Dead.
The beginning
Breath
of the
the
year.
Wild,
Sorry, when I said that, I meant the beginning of the
and
year.
There
then
you go.
Wildlands. Yeah, oh yeah. There's nothing that's really been released until now. But anyway, hey, that's our podcast.
Woo!
So you can find us on. You can find our podcast on Twitter. We also have Facebook, Slightly Off Pod, for our Twitter handle, and Slightly Off Podcast for Facebook. You can find our group RT Florida on Twitch with RT_Florida. We're on Facebook. We also have a Twitter account, RT_Florida. A YouTube, RT Florida Community. And am I missing anything else?
Rooster Teeth website.
There you go.
Oh yeah, hey, we're on the Rooster Teeth website. You can also find us at RT underscore Florida. We're RT underscore Florida.
I believe it's
right?
actually RT dash Florida there.
Ooh,
Yeah, RT dash
changing it
Florida
up on you guys.
in the URL. What's the URL? Like roosterteeth.com/group
Slash
/
RT
dash Florida.
Yeah.
It's in the group.
All in the links.
So if you're listening to this, you may have found us on our website. If not, hey, we're on Google Play now.
Finally. Again.
Again. After some problems, but we're back on there. And we're also on iTunes. So,
because we're legit.
We're legit. Say nice things about us, and then complain about it. Complain about us on Twitter.
So Chris can berate you.
Yeah, exactly. It's the circle of life.
Such is. I mean, that's what Twitter's for.
Not for saying nice things or
Hey.
information.
Nah.
Who would do that?
Not Chris.
Psh.
Why is the
Bunch of
internet
chumps,
created?
that's who would
All
do
right.
that.
All right, well, that's it. I'm done.
Sweet.
I want to get out of here.
Thanks,
Bye,
guys.
everyone.
Peace out. Be awesome because you're awesome.
We love you.
Because awesomeness, awesome.
Is awesome.
Cue that music.